You can't arrest me for a rule.
I can arrest you for disrupting this meeting. The mayor has indicated you're disrupted. Sir, you may leave or we will effect arrest.
I'm allowed to say what I want, and I'm allowed to not say what I would like. Don't you put your hands on me.
What's up, guys? All hell breaks loose on this video. You're absolutely going to love it. Let's get right to it.
My name is Tony.
Your last name?
I'm here today. You all are
Please
citizens.
identify yourself with your name and address.
No, you're not going to intimidate me, Gary.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Today we have a video where citizen Tony Shimizula is attempting to bring transparency to the fact that the mayor of Morristown, Tennessee, Gary Chesney, along with various other city council members, are trying to remove public comments from official meetings.
After 8 months of not uploading videos, I'm back. Thank you for watching another Lakeway Audits video. I wasn't in jail, but I do have updates for you in upcoming videos. This video is from January 3rd and adds 2 more charges onto my rap sheet from this retaliatory arrest at a city council meeting. Let me bring you up to date from 72 hours ago. The mayor of the city of Morristown, Tennessee is Gary Chesney. And he, as you can see on his screen, Gary Chesney at City Hall. Check out his Facebook page. Leave comments as you wish. Or don't. I don't recommend that. He had made posts on December the 30th that I had replied to. And my comment was in regards to the high prices and not allowing people to speak at the meeting is what they're trying to vote on, which you'll see here in the video. And on December the 30th, I had spoken in a comment to his post about the right of the citizens to assemble, even if it's in the street, on the sidewalk, in front of his house or the council members' houses, so that they'd actually listen to the citizens, and that would be our way of getting a point across. Or parking a box truck with, Lakeway Audits on there and the information about the mayor right in front of the city hall so that people could see it. Well, he said, "I'll let our police chief know about your threats. I think your track record indicates this as necessary." And I quote that. Well, this was the 30th. I got arrested on the 3rd of January. On January 3rd, there was 2 city meetings, one at 4 p.m. and one at 5 p.m. I decided to attend both. I have a few clips from the 4 p.m. meeting that will tie all together for you just what's going on here and the type of people we're dealing with, as you will see a pattern at the end of the last clip.
Any other comments on that topic?
I think that from the threads that were on the Facebook site, it's consistency is what we're talking about, so that you're consistent in the enforcement, consistent in pointing it out.
What else? Okay. Any other items on the agenda?
I think one of the things that we have to realize is that other than maybe tearing the building down somewhere, there's not a thing that this council doesn't do that we can't undo and redo. So if we try this and we find that it's not working the way we want it to work, it's very simple for us to put it back the way it was.
Absolutely, I'm glad to hear that.
Well, we've done that before, so.
Well, but I think it's like everything else we seem to be talking about. Instead of just 1 or 2 council members and the city administrator, this is a council responsibility to listen to our citizens, and therefore I think it's good for all of us to have input.
Well, Steve recommended or told me 6-8 weeks ago that he thought they were trying to put too many units on.
Okay, well, what is your interest in this? Why is your?
I don't have an interest. I have an interest in being fair. Is my.
Well,
If it was, wait just a second, let me finish. If this was Carlisle doing this development, it would have been, they'd be digging dirt. That's where it's not fair.
Is Carlisle the one that requested this? Or?
No, it would have never happened. I mean, it would have been, they'd be digging dirt right now.
It was deferred.
What do we have against did you say Goodman?
I don't know, right there they said, ask them.
The First Amendment guarantees the right of every citizen to be able to address the government. Yeah, in the first part of this video, it shows a private meeting being held where talk of how to circumvent the public's right.
What?
I just wondered why.
I said the Goosebans are the ones that are building it, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You'll find out when the vote comes up.
At the planning commission or?
Yes, in the planning commission.
You think the vote will change?
Damn right it'll change. I don't know why though. Because they met everything, and even the planning commission said they met it all.
Well, the only thing I would.
That's, I mean, I don't understand that. All I'm saying is Steve was against it 6-8 weeks ago. All right, goes through planning, planning's, they voted through 5-4, and you were one of the yeses, Mayor. But then you turn around and say we send it back. Your yes changed to a no. Because what did the vote go through then?
I don't know, are you sniffing out a conspiracy or what was on the
Well, I don't know, just tell me.
The second part of this video is of an official forum that shows the mayor being spoken to by 3 different citizens. The first citizen is not asked to identify and speaks on the matter of the public comments being essential to the public record.
Let's get to the main event. The 5 o'clock meeting started as I had remembered all other meetings that I've attended starting. It's been months since I've attended. The mayor opened the floor to citizens to comment on agenda items and the rules. Listen as the first citizen approaches the bench and doesn't state her name nor her address, and it was no problem. The next citizen says his full name but just a street address, and had no problems. I was next. I stated my name is Tony and a Morristown resident. That's when Mayor Gary Chesney started furthering his retaliation, and the Morristown Police Chief Roger Overholt was quick to react. I can only imagine the conversation the mayor and the chief had regarding my comment on his post and how that affected the chief's feelings at the meeting. If you want to watch the entire first meeting or other local to me government issues, subscribe to Morristown Matters, and I'll be uploading there again as well.
The first of 3 opportunities to speak today. If there are citizens in the audience who wish to be heard about agenda items, this is the time we'll open the floor. You have 3 minutes to speak, and this is not a question and answer session. And this is about agenda items and does not include the public hearing. We have some public hearings. Those comments will be heard during the public hearing portion. The floor is now open. Seeing no one come forward, we will close this portion of the meeting and move to our first public hearing, which is ordinance 4729. This being an ordinance of the City Council of Morristown amending Title I, Chapter 2, Section 206 of the Morristown Municipal Code pertaining to the order of business. The same rules apply to the public hearing. The floor is now open. See no one come forward.
No, if nobody's gonna go, I'm gonna go.
Well, hop to it.
Sorry, Gary.
Well, be a little quicker.
Oppose the passage of ordinance 4729. You are attempting to remove what you have referred to as the 3rd public comment period on general public comments from this formal, official, regular meeting. And as you discussed in the work session, stick those comments over in a training room where there's no tape, of course. And that's the big issue, because this never came up until the vote was taken to videotape your meetings. Suddenly, we've got to get rid of general public comments, or we've got to get them out of our real meetings. This started back in 2012, and I sent you all again the video from 2012, when that council was considering reducing public comments or the number of minutes you could speak. They listened to Reverend Richard Crane, Brenda Goodson, Mr. Sutherland, many, many people. The video shows 4 of them. Reverend Crane was so influential that day in citing the Marine who was shot through the throat at Iwo Jima. And I know Gary says, oh, this isn't Iwo Jima, which was a terribly disrespectful remark. Mr. Crane, or Reverend Crane, was using that as an example, just as his cousin who fought at the Philippines, or in the Philippines. When I look back at that video, most of a majority of council were former service people. People fought and died for our freedoms and our liberty. And now you think it's so important to remove a public comment period. And as I say, stick it over in a room, and you don't even have a plan yet of how you're going to do it. If things go like they did today, you spent the whole time, a whole hour, on pre-agenda, which is what that meeting is for. What would happen to public comments if you have that again? I sent an email to Mr. Ahern. This could solve it and not impinge on anybody. Either leave your comments, leave the general public comments in this meeting, or if you're going to move them to a pre-agenda work session, hold that work session in this room and take that meeting as well, and your planning commission, and any other meetings that you can put into this room. Hold them here, take them, and show the public everything. Thank you.
Who's next?
My name is Tony. I'm a resident of Morristown. I'm here to speak about the same ordinance.
I'm sorry, your name,
Tony.
last name,
My name is Tony.
your last name.
I'm here today. You all are
Please
citizens.
identify yourself with your name and address.
No, you're not going to intimidate me, Gary. Just like you tried to do on your Facebook page. You were going to tell the chief of police that I said that people have the right to petition their government.
If you're going to disrupt the meeting,
You're disrespecting me.
please give us your name and address, first name and last name.
Come on.
That's all you got to do, and then you can speak.
I'm allowed to say what I want, and I'm allowed to not say what I would like. Don't you put your hands on me. I don't have to say my last name. I don't have to say my address. That's intimidation. Okay? Everybody else does it because they want to, not because they have to.
That's the rule.
Okay? Is that the law? That's not the law. I'm not disrespecting. It's not. It's a rule. It's not a law. You can't arrest me for a rule.
I can arrest you for disrupting this meeting. The mayor has indicated you're disrupted. Sir, you may leave, or we will effect arrest.
Okay. All I need is that threat from you. You can go sit down now. My name is Tony Strazzulo. I'm doing my thing. You told me to do it, right? Here you go. Go ahead.
Give us your full name and address.
I'm going to do it for you, Gary, because I'm going to give out your address, too.
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah.
disorderly.
Let's
Disruption
go.
of the meeting.
Yep. Disrupting the meeting. Yeah, please. Thank you, Gary. This is exactly what I wanted from you, buddy. You have no idea. Thank you. You all are citizens, and you all would like to hear your voices spoken just as a citizen would. And you guys are refusing to allow that. That's ridiculous. You're going to change it to where you have a meeting someplace else? You all need to stand up for your rights, because this is crap right here. This is exactly what this is. Look, I want to speak my word, and I'm getting put in handcuffs.
The second speaker identifies himself and begins to speak on the same matter. It should be noted that the mayor begins to whisper to a council city member next to him during the public comment of the citizen. This shows disrespect, a lack of concern, and disregard for the gentleman while he speaks. Then, as a third speaker's turn arrives, the mayor immediately interrupts Mr. Tony and requires he fully identify himself and his address, a requirement he did not try to obtain from the previous speakers. It appears the mayor knew the tactic would incite Mr. Tony in order to stop him from speaking on record. Regardless, the point here is that the public has a right to have comments heard at public forums, at public speeches, on public record. For any government official, state official, or city official to willingly and knowingly want these rights removed is appalling and should be a concern for everyone. Be sure to leave any concerns down in the comments and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Hit that thumbs up and let me know what you think.